everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about taxes, and I don't know why tax season is such an overwhelming time frame for me. I think it's because with the very best of intentions that I have, I still never seem to keep up with my bookkeeping on a weekly or monthly basis like I promise myself I'm going to, and then I end up just scurrying for weeks on end and endless hours into the night doing all my bookkeeping so that I can prepare that, turn it into my accountant so that he or she can prepare my taxes in time for the deadline, keeping in mind that they've got other clients. So if you've recently started your own Mary Kay business, then you're going to be filing your taxes a little bit differently. And if you've never owned your own business before, there's a few things that you might want to keep in mind. So I'm going to share with you today 5 tips to help you with your Mary Kay taxes. Now I'm going to put a big disclaimer right here. I am not a CPA and I am not an accountant. I'm not even a bookkeeper. As I just said, I can barely keep up with my own. But I have owned my own business since 1995. That's a lot of years. And I've dealt with taxes for a long time. So I can at least share some basic facts with you. And then I think it's very, very important that you find an accountant to help you prepare your taxes, especially if this is the first time that you are doing them through your Mary Kay business. An even better idea is to find an accountant now if you don't already have one, so that you have one from now until your deadline to ask questions to. So let's go ahead and get started with some 5 basic tips to help you with your Mary Kay taxes. Okay, so tip number 1. On the 1st of every year, so the 1st of January every year, you're going to take inventory of everything that you have on your shelves, all your inventory, all your product, and its value. If you hadn't started your Mary Kay business this year, in other words, if you started it in 2014, which is this year, not 2013, then you're starting, your ending inventory for December was 0. Okay, so you had 0 inventory at the end of your year. If you started in 2013, then you're going to take inventory of what you had. And on December 31st, that was your ending inventory, and your beginning inventory is on January 1st. Here's a hint. Your ending inventory and your starting inventory are basically going to be the same unless you've held a party and sold product on New Year's Eve. So whether you have an inventory software or whether you take it to pen and paper, make sure that you write down everything that you have and its value. Tip number 2. So this tip is helpful for any business, whether it's your Mary Kay business or whether you own a corporation. At the beginning of the year, so on January 1st, you want to take a picture of your odometer reading. That's how many miles your car has on it on January 1st. At the very least, write down that number. Now you can get yourself a mileage tracker for like 99 cents, either at the dollar store or an office supply store, or you can put it in a general notebook where you keep all of your miles and your receipts. I have a notepad in my car where I write down miles, and I also keep it in my calendar. So I write down, I have a meeting on January 2nd, and then I will write down how many miles I drove that day to and from the meeting. So the IRS is going to ask you what your beginning mileage is for what your mileage was at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. So make sure you make note of that. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is you probably already have a checking account, even though who writes checks anymore? I do. I love writing checks. I do pay a lot more online now than I did before, but I still have a personal checking account. If you have a personal checking account, you will need to open a separate bank account for your Mary Kay business. Now, it's important to know that you do not need to start a business bank account. Business bank accounts usually have higher fees and require you to do a lot more transfers or to keep money in a certain amount so that you don't get charged a fee. Those amounts are always higher in a business account. So it's costlier to you. So you don't need one with Mary Kay. You can open a separate account, a personal account for your Mary Kay business. Now keep in mind, I've had a lot of people tell me that that when they tried to open an account that they were told that they couldn't by their banker. Keep in mind that this is just a banker that probably isn't familiar with the Mary Kay structure or is just a rookie maybe and doesn't know what they're talking about, because you do not need a business bank account for your Mary Kay business. You just need a regular personal business bank account, and you can open it at the same bank so that you only have to make one trip and look at one screen when you are doing your monthly bookkeeping. Tip number 4. Once you open this bank account, keep separated your personal expenditures and your business expenditures. Remember, Mary Kay is a business. Even if you've started your Mary Kay career or business, if you've joined Mary Kay as a hobby, at a hobby level where you just want discounts for yourself and discounts for your friends and family and a great gift option, it's still considered a business. So you still have to have a separate checking account, and you cannot commingle your expenditures. So what does that mean? It means that when you go to Michael's and you're going there to buy thank you cards for your Mary Kay business, then be sure to use your Mary Kay checking account or your debit card or your credit card that's associated with the account, not your personal. And if you're going to go to Michael's to buy supplies for your little kid's birthday party, do not use your Mary Kay debit card or credit card to buy that. If you're there and you're running errands and you're doing both things in the same day, you're going to make 2 separate purchases. The IRS does not like it when you commingle funds. Now, if you do not have enough funds, let's say you've just recently started and you don't have enough funds in your Mary Kay account to buy thank you cards or stamps or anything of that nature, you can take some money from your personal account. So whatever you decide, whatever amount you feel that you need to get you started, and loan your business that amount. So you'll write yourself a check, you'll write it to your name, you'll deposit it into your other account, and when you do your bookkeeping, it's a personal loan from your, personal to your business. And then later on, when you start making money, you can pay yourself back for any monies that you've loaned your business without having to pay taxes on that, because you're not taking a paycheck from your business, you're just paying yourself back money that you've already invested. Tip number 5. If you have a credit card and you can get a separate credit card, you can get with your personal account that you open for your Mary Kay business, you can apply for a credit card there, or you can just have another credit card that you designate just for your Mary Kay business. Or even better, you can apply for a Mary Kay credit card. I'm going to put a link in the description bar down below so that you can check that out yourself if you're interested. But it's the same as your checking and your cash funds. If you're going to make a purchase for Mary Kay using your credit card, then make sure that you do not commingle funds. So same thing, if you're going to use your credit card to make your purchases, for your Mary Kay purchases, use only use those funds only for your business expenses and not for your personal, and vice versa. Okay, I've got one bonus tip to share with you today. And this is a biggie. And this is more for your bookkeeping and for tax purposes. When you are doing your taxes and you're writing and your bookkeeping and you're line iteming all your expenditures. So you've got, I spent $25 on my website for Mary Kay. I invested $600 in inventory for my Mary Kay business. I bought $25 worth of cello bags for my facials in a bag. All those expenditures, if you made those purchases through your personal bank account, through your business bank account, then they're going to be line items in your bank statement. And when you're inputting all your line items, your credits and your debits into your bookkeeping, then they're going to be there. But if you used your credit card, the only thing that's going to appear on your bank statement is that you paid your Mary Kay credit card the $500 balance. But it's not going to have a line item of every single thing that you expended. So some of it might be gas, some of it might be office supplies, some of it might be office equipment, some of it might be inventory. And if you're running everything through your credit card, but you're paying it with your bank account, with your checking account, then you don't have it line itemed. So when you're doing your bookkeeping, be sure to line item everything in your bank statements, but you're gonna have to create a separate balance sheet for all of your credit card expenditures so that you can categorize them properly so that the IRS knows what percentage of tax exemption to give you, because every category has a different type of a tax exemption. So you might get 56 cents for every mile that you've driven, but you only might get 10% of your light bill, and you might get 100% of your office supply. So you do need to categorize it. That is super duper important. So don't forget to do that. And one last note, many credit card and even bank accounts nowadays allow you to download in an Excel format the line item, so you don't have to sit there and type every single thing. Some of them allow you to download it, and then you can upload it into your software that you are using to do your bookkeeping. So that's it. Very basic tips. I don't want to get too much into detail because I'm not a CPA, like I said. I'm not an accountant, and I'm not even a bookkeeper. I'm just someone who wanted to share a few tips with you in case you didn't know. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and if you really want to help me out, share this video with your friends and invite them to subscribe as well. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.